If Beale Street could talk, if Beale Street could talk.
If Memphis's historic Beale Street could talk today, it might be buzzing about Hollywood's unexpected visit to the home of the blues.
Okay, Mr. Gajardo, I need a signature here.
The result? A major motion picture called The Grace Card.
Certainly, it's a play, of course, on the race card. I mean, this is a story of a black cop and a white cop, and it's not all happy, you know.
But Howard Klausner is happy to add this Christian film to his producing credits. The Tennessee native also wrote Clint Eastwood's Space Cowboys.
I think Christians have been silent on race because, just like grace, it's tough stuff. It's hard. It's uncomfortable.
You think I'm a racist, don't you?
I don't know. Are you?
That car was speeding.
5 miles over.
What was the law? I'd have pulled a thumping lowrider full of white guys over, too.
The story centers on Memphis police officers Mac McDonald and Sam Wright. Personal tragedies have filled McDonald with anger at black people, himself, and God. He's partnered with Sam Wright, a black rising star on the force who is also a pastor, husband, and father.
I think what sets this film apart is that it's gritty from the standpoint that you see a side of Memphis that has not really been portrayed in movies before.
That's important for director David Evans, who also has a local tie as a Memphis eye doctor.
I know in my heart the difference that this is going to make. You know, there's certain things you just know that God puts in your heart and says, David, it's all going to be okay.
For a first-time filmmaker, Evans scored major talent. Academy Award-winning actor Lou Gossett Jr. signed on to play a retired civil rights leader and Officer Wright's grandfather.
He sent him the script, and I'm happy to say the next day, Mr. Gossett himself called and said, it's a beautiful script. I'd like to do it.
Evans's fellow church members from Calvary Church also signed on as actors, extras, crew members, and caterers. They volunteered more than 10,000 hours, working day
62, take one, Mark.
And night to shoot a feature film in 28 days.
Good, be our big screen boys.
When you saw the script, what did you think?
When I saw it, I was just like, this is what I've been praying for as a Christian, as an actor. I couldn't believe the drama, the intensity.
Comedian Michael Joyner plays the ticking time bomb, Mac McDonald. It's a dream role he received after packing up and leaving Hollywood.
I'm not sure what God's going to do. I never want to be presumptuous, but I have a feeling I'm right in the middle of something big, and I needed that because I went through some tough times in L.A.
Memphis is home for Michael Higginbottom, who plays Officer Wright in his first film role.
Memphis has a starring role in this film.
Exactly.
Is this a troubled city?
I would say that Memphis still has a long way to go as far as just getting past the racial divide. We still have, two different governments here in the city. You got the Shelby County government, then you have the Memphis City government. You got, the majority of Caucasians living here and the majority of blacks living here.
Memphis not only has a starring role in this Christian film that tackles the issue of race, the city also has a leading role in real-life civil rights history. It was here, on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel, that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed April 4th, 1968.
And I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you.
He delivered his I've Been to the Mountaintop speech one day earlier in support of Memphis sanitation workers facing racism.
Even still today, I just think there's still some smoldering fires that all it takes is like a spark to ignite tension.
Sitting outside the Lorraine Motel, just beneath the balcony where King was shot, Evans is praying his film will ease tension, start a conversation, and spark hope.
I believe there's great mountains still to be moved, but it is happening, and I've felt it for the last 28 days of filming this movie. I can feel it happening.
Because God's grace trumps the race card.
Lord, please don't let me kill my partner.
EFREM Graham, CBN News, Memphis, Tennessee.